afternoon. It's Ryan Hewells, the principal of Oregon Elementary School, providing an end-of-year update for OES. SIP goal update. We want to update you on each of our school improvement goals for the year. Our performance goal, centered on academics, was for a 5% increase on the IAR assessment. We will not get any preliminary data until August at the earliest, so we can't provide an official update on that. But I did want to provide an update on some spring MAP data with testing just concluding this week. Math as a school is looking very promising. The first graphic below shows that our school was in the 84th percentile nationally compared to other schools on how much our students grew from fall to winter. On the following slide is a grade level by grade level update with their growth percentage comparing grade level to grade level across the nation, and then how students did as a whole from fall to winter. Some promising things pretty much across the board, but I'm especially proud of second, third, fourth, and sixth. Sixth especially, that's been an area of focus and an area of growth, upper elementary math. So to see those numbers is cause for celebration. ELA, looking at our school-wide data, is not as promising or cause for celebration as math. Looking at the grade level specific data, and it was a big driving factor as to why we chose to adopt new ELA resources for next school year, was our lower elementary proficiency rates, and even growth isn't quite where we want it to be. So we believe that, combined with the letters training, we can get our students moving in the right direction. There are a few pockets of good things going on with third grade standing out and doing a remarkable job. Our systems goal was to reduce the amount of exclusionary discipline we are providing. So as of May 5th, we were on track to meet that goal. Big kudos to Mr. Cozy and Mrs. Webb for their efforts in overhauling our behavior response efforts this year. Culture, we made a pivot throughout the middle of the year when we partnered with Panorama. Some culture highlights that'll kind of guide us into next year, cause for celebration. Favorability rating would be if a staff or student or family responded with quite often or almost every time. Also some things like school climate, school safety, staff leadership, relationships, so our staff's perception of the relationship with us as administrators, all were ranked very highly. And then lack of barriers to education would be families responding whether there were or were not barriers to education. So we appear to be doing a great job making sure our families have access to everything going on at the school. Some areas of growth that will likely be an area of focus for our 25-26 school improvement plan. Family engagement is very low, so we'll need to do some things to make sure families feel like they have opportunities to come to the school, interact with our staff, and engage about their child's learning. Mentorship for teachers leaves a little bit to be desired. Our staff's perception of how we are handling student behavior and valuing of school by our students are all cause for concern and will be a focus moving forward. Our master schedule for 2025-26 is set. We are by and large keeping things the same with a few major adjustments, primarily at the 5th and 6th grade level. We are shifting from having a core teacher that teaches primarily social studies to having them teach writing next year. We believe a greater emphasis on ELA instruction will continue to improve our academic outcomes for students. And then also with that, we're eliminating what turned out to be an unstructured block of time when students were going to band, choir, having an intervention class or an SEL class at the end, and now each 5th and 6th grade class will have a section of social studies. So students will still get social studies instruction. It'll just be taught by all 4 5th or 6th grade teachers all at the same time. We believe a greater emphasis on core instruction and less unstructured time throughout the day will best serve our students. To allow for us to offer accelerated learning opportunities, we restructured the schedule a little bit to have grade levels having math at a similar time to allow kids to go up or down. But then with that, for the last 5 years or so, we've had common planning time for our academic teams to allow them to meet with each other, review data, and determine other steps needed to best serve our students. Some celebrations. Very rare in this day and age in a teacher shortage, but since February we've been fully staffed with certified teaching openings. So 0 staff have voluntarily sought other employment. We have the potential right now for 100% of our staff to return. I'm super excited about that. I think we have a fantastic staff, and kudos to them for staying committed to our school and our district. Pre-K specific celebrations. We had a week-long screening event in April, and we are projected to offer 8 total classrooms amongst 4 different teachers with enough room to accommodate move-in students that typically happen over the summer months or referrals from early intervention, which we would be legally obligated to accept those students with special needs. And then the new preschool playground that we've shared updates about before is slated to begin construction by the end of this month, and it'll be ready for kids to use in the fall. Another big celebration, an unsolicited donation of $6,000 from the Oregon Rotary Club is going to allow us to purchase a book vending machine. So those are becoming more and more popular in elementary schools, and we plan to use it as a way to continue to encourage a love of reading amongst our students, but also kind of use it as a positive behavior incentive. If kids get reported to the office for a positive reason, we'd want to kind of up the recognition a little bit by letting them choose a book from our book vending machine. So we're excited to roll that out next year. This Friday, on May 9th, I will have the privilege of recognizing 2 of our 6th graders receiving the IPA Student Leadership Award. Schools across the region will be there recognizing students from their school, and we will be recognizing 6th graders Tanner Smice and Riley Steingraber, who have done a remarkable job of leading by example, working hard in the classroom, and just being all-around great leaders. We've got a few end-of-the-year activities, and we'll continue through the rest of the year. A couple highlights: the 4th grade Ikitarod, pictured on the right, features teams of 4th graders working together to complete some challenges as they're pulling each other on a wagon throughout Park West. There's the winning team for Mrs. Cover's class, but the kids all had a great time, and it was made possible by a lot of parent and family volunteers and some help from some high school students. And then last week I had 8 students follow me around for the day to be principal for the day. They earned that as part of our IAR prize incentives, so the students helped me with a variety of things. Here they're eating pizza after we had a very important meeting. We got to visit with Dr. Capozzi and visit some classrooms, help supervise lunch, but it was a good experience for the kids, and we look forward to finishing the school year strong.
Hello. I'm happy to present to you the end of year report for the junior senior high school for the 24-25 school year. Our SIP goals this year included a performance goal that was 3 to 5% increase and meets or exceeds on the statewide district assessments. Our systems goal was around college, career, and life readiness. And our culture goal was to improve instructional leadership and instruction across the building. Our performance goal, goal 1, unfortunately at this time, we do not have back our IAR or ACT data. Those are 2 very important data points for us. Additionally, our AP data is also important. As you might recall, last year we had some great increases in our AP data, so we're looking forward to getting that back, and that won't be back until July. However, we will have some MAP data back here shortly as we're MAP testing at the moment. And our SIP data, as you are able to view in our SIP plan, has been very favorable in terms of test preparation and making sure that our students have mastered the standards that were being tested on the statewide assessments. Our system's goal was college and career readiness for all. We were measuring that in a variety of ways, but as you can see here, we had some nice success on our student portfolios that were started at the freshman level. We increased the enrollment in AP dual credit classes from 252 enrollments this year to 426 enrollments for next year. We also expanded our career pathway endorsements, and we've implemented some very necessary and exciting junior high career activities, which will be taken further next year when Steph takes over as the college and career readiness counselor. Our third goal is a culture goal. We have visited classrooms 237 times this year, and we implemented a protocol called the Critical Friends Protocol, which proved to be beneficial. Additionally, Kim Radistitz has done some amazing coaching this year, and we continue to build upon and expand our professional learning communities. Our survey data from our culture assessment, culture survey, which we just did, indicated that we had some strengths in expectations and school safety with our students. Areas for growth, you can see there are belonging and school climate. Our staff thought that our staff leadership relations were good and our collaboration was good, but we needed to work on student behavior and professional learning. And lastly, our family strengths were limited barriers to engagement and school safety, but we need to continue to work on school climate, specifically motivating lessons. This year, we saw some great signs of chasing excellence. We increased the enrollment in rigorous classes. We've had great success in our extracurriculars. We increased our college and career readiness, and we've improved instructional leadership. Some celebrations, you can see some great photos here. Our boys bowling team was successful at the junior high and high school level. Our wrestling program, as you know, also very successful, including 2 junior high state champions. The band and choir program, also highly successful, finishing second in the state in music sweepstakes. We had one of our amazing junior high student leaders nominated to the state student council, and 4 of our students being recognized by the Illinois Principals Association. And lastly, for the first time ever, we had 12 students earn a career pathway endorsement in manufacturing, 3 in education, and 2 in health science. Looking ahead, some important things coming up. The acceleration plan is going to continue to improve rigor and expand the number of students in our upper level classes. We have expanded the career pathway endorsements. There will be a new principal here at the junior senior high school, which will certainly lead to changes. I feel like more than ever, we are very focused, and the pride that is showing up every day from students and staff is really amazing. Thank you so much.
Hello, this is an update to the status of the Technology Department Improvement Plan goals. Goal 1 is to have an average ticket closure time of 24 hours. Upon the start of this goal, our average closure time was 33 hours. We have now surpassed our goal at 6 hours and 36 minutes of average close time. Goal 2 is for our average first ticket response time to be 8 hours. As with the previous goal, we have far surpassed this goal, taking our response time from 1.94 days to 4 hours and 25 minutes. And goal 3 is to ensure that all servers maintain a 99% uptime. For the majority of the year, while we know that we had met this goal, we had no way to actually track and monitor the goal. We set up the software that was able to measure this goal again in February and have had a 100% uptime since the installation date.
Hello, and thank you for watching our Transportation Department Board Report. As you can see, Transportation Department goal this year was to have a 90% on-time pickup and drop-off rate. As of May 1st, we are at 94% on-time pickup and drop-off. Every percentage point gained reduces disruptions and increases efficiency across the board. This success is a result of our drivers, students, and parents. While 94% is impressive, we are aiming to maintain or improve that number to set a new standard. Sustaining this rate will will require consistency, communication, and continued attention to real-time adjustments.
Since our launch on November 1st, the parent app has grown to 300 active users, with consistent month-over-month growth. Feedback that we have received from parents is they like having the peace of mind knowing their student is on the bus and getting dropped off at the correct locations. Thank you for a great year.
Over the past year, we have put a strong emphasis on improving responsiveness, transparency, and accountability. Our key goals for the department were to increase the help desk usage and reduce our average ticket closure times to under 24 hours, increase transparency and accountability within the custodial department, and improve the overall satisfaction of the work done by the Buildings and Grounds Department. In November, we were freshly utilizing the help desk system, and our ticket closure times reflected the adjustments and learning that was necessary. By April, our average closure times have drastically improved. If we don't account for the vendor service calls, which saw delays due to scheduling conflicts and shipping delays, both sides of the department averaged less than 8 hours to close a ticket. This improvement exceeded our expectations, and we look to maintain or improve these times over the following year. Every classroom in the district saw a new standard operating procedure sign installed over spring break. These signs are intended to increase transparency and accountability for the custodial duties. While there is still room to improve this system, they have been received well overall by the custodians and educational staff. In early April, we conducted a district-wide satisfaction survey to determine key areas that we can focus on improving. We received 73 responses and have determined the areas that need the most attention. This survey will help shape our goals and strategies for the upcoming year, and a follow-up survey will be conducted to gauge the improvement and identify any adjustments that are needed. Overall, we feel that we have accomplished the goals that we set for ourselves and have a strong vision for what is needed moving forward.
Good afternoon, this is Kelly Pace, Food Service Director for OCUSD 220. Thank you for letting me do this May 2025 board presentation. Friday, May 2nd, 2025 was School Lunch Hero Day, so we recognized our staff with hanging plants from Merlin's. The first slide is the OES staff from left to right are Lindsay Meeker, Janice Withers, Jenny Greigel, Carla Byerly, and Rosie Batten. The next slide is the OJS HS staff from left to right, Carmen Sereno, Karen Howard, Paula Warner, Jill Nordman, Sandy Bloom, Patty Spohr, and Donna Hoskins. Food Service DIP, Department Goal 1, Smart a la carte, to offer healthy choices by moving to the National School Lunch Program. A la carte is still going strong, offering healthy snacks and drinks. Department Goal number 2, get 5% more students to eat lunch this year. Unfortunately, we fell short of this goal. Counts were not as high as we would like them to be. On a plus side, we will be going with CEP next year, so they should go up considerably. Below are a few of the new items that we offered this year for hot lunch. From left to right is mac and cheese bites, cinnamon rolls, this is a whole grain, and pigs in a blanket. Performance and culture. Performance. Getting OES students through the hot lunch line within 8 minutes or less, allowing them more time to eat. We have switched to scanning students with the system as they are going through the lunch line instead of crossing off names and entering when they are done. The first week was a little rough, but we got through it and each day is getting better. We are real close to the 8 minutes, except for a few classes that have quite a few more students eating lunch every day. Culture, respect in our kitchens. Staff, students, employees, coworkers, keeping them involved in some of the decision-making menu items. Culture has been good this year. We have been including staff in making new hot lunch item choices. Systems and future. Systems, Titan, making sure all employees are up to date with it. All employees are doing well with Titan. It has been a huge asset to our lunch program. OES is now scanning students as they go through the line for lunch. Future goals, to offer free meals to all students and to redecorate the OJS HS cafeteria. In April 2025, we filled out all the paperwork to see if we met the requirements for CEP, Community Eligibility Program. We have met all the requirements and are extremely excited that we will be offering free meals to all students for the 25-26 school year. This program is for 4 years, but each year we will reevaluate and see if it is working out for our district. OJS HS Cafeteria, Nicola Rand will be coming in the summer and she will be doing a couple of murals in the OJS HS Cafeteria. We will also be having new tables delivered this summer for the next school year. This is very exciting and can't wait to see how it turns out.